always means that you're going to catch the ire of the majority of the country. And then if you do it in kind of a different way, as Dabo does, he likes to talk and he likes to have his opinion be known, that you've moved from that darling little Clemson team that knocked off Alabama and aren't they cute and we like them and it's nice to see somebody else in there in the mix doing good things, and Dabo's a good guy and he's got a fun-loving way about him, and wow, they got a nice little culture going there too. You're starting to move over to that other side where America's there's some parts of America starting to hate Clemson a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I had a bunch of Alabama fans reach out to me because I don't have the span that you have. Like you have so many fan bases there at you, but it's how it is. It's kind of like in the moment you get more attention from Bama, Ohio State, according to the time of the season, who you're playing, and so on. And I had a bunch of Bama fans reach out to me publicly and privately and go, yeah, this is what it's like to be a Bama fan. When you lose a game, everybody thinks you're going to win. This is what it's like. And Bama fans, of all people, are the ones telling me, a Clemson fan, as an alter ego, somebody they're not even sure if he's real or if he's a joke, telling me, yeah, y'all ain't going anywhere. Don't let this bother you. And I'm like, well, first of all, it's not bothering me, but at the same time, it is really, really interesting that Clemson went from this, as you said, darling little team or something like that. That was, it seemed like we had no place up there with the big boys, and then we win one. And it's like, wow, okay, that's cool. They got theirs, and then they're back in. They lose it. They're back in. They win it. And you become the bad guy overnight. So and Sweeney, a lot of people still ticked about Sweeney and everything. If I was on the outside looking in, I'd probably have some problems with Sweeney. But you see who people would love to have coach their team, whether they admit it or not. If Dabo Swinney came to basically any football program in the country, people would piss their pants. And they may say, I may not approve of everything he says, and I may not be happy with his comments all the time, but my God, have you seen our team? That's what you'd be saying as you pack the stadium and tailgate.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that when he's with the other side, then it's, yeah, this guy's a jerk, this guy's a loudmouth, this guy's annoying, this guy's this or that. But as soon as he becomes one of yours, then, man, you give him a big old hug because, yeah, he can post the W's pretty much like nobody else. Yeah, so everybody, you guys know the deal in the live chat. If you leave your comments, your questions, your debate topics, anything like that, anything that I'm going to pass along to Brian, then we will do that. And I'd like for everybody, once we're done with the live stream, to head over to Brian's channel. So it's just Bobby Durkins. Just look up Bobby Durkins. Check out his post-game analysis of the Ohio State-Clemson game. And by the sound of things, probably pretty much already has, because this thing is taken off.
Yeah, so here's, for those of you who are here and you don't know Bobby Durkins, let's talk for a second. Bobby Durkins is not real. Even though I'm a really Southern guy, I don't talk like this, okay? But, and it's really stupid. It's not for everybody. I've had people tell me before, it's stupid, and my reply is, I know. I know.
And Brian, from my experience of observing this, you may need to explain that a second time to the Florida State fans, because I think they're a little bit slow in getting that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you remember I came on your show and I didn't tell you that I was coming on as Bobby. I just came on and I was eating. I think I was eating Chick-fil-A during the whole thing, but no, I antagonized the whole thing. Then I congratulated Ohio State for winning, and then I brought up the 6 games because I know that's a hot topic. I talked about Justin Fields not being tough. I brought up so many stuff, and there's so many people who's mad at me right now, and I love every second of it. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
If you just want to see good college football talk and trash talking, go to my Miami channel, folks, and you might have to do a little bit of digging, but I think if you just throw in Clemson, Miami, whatever preview of some sort and watch Pigskin Pete and Brian here just rail on Miami for an hour, hour and a half. It's fun stuff.
We keep it clean, but it's like backhanded compliments from time to time, which I think is some of the worst insults you could ever give anyone. It's like, I'm telling you that's the cutest baby I've seen in this area, but I've never told you that that's the cutest baby I've ever seen. So you're sitting there going, in this area, this is a small area. There's not many babies around here. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to be Bobby Durkins, because me and Bobby actually, except for being Clemson fans, and I have a beer or two here from there now and then, me and Bobby are nothing alike. So it's a lot of fun, but there's a lot of people who believes I'm real, and they are losing their minds. So if you really want to raise your blood pressure, please go over there and see it, and you can cuss at me with the other 20,000 of them.
Since we're on the subject of Dabo Swinney, and he sometimes either has to take blame or responsibility or defend the ACC, whether he takes it upon himself or sometimes it's thrust upon him, Lenny the Gump Summers mentioning that the ACC is hot doo-doo. So does this 0-6 bowl record mean anything?
Well, let's ask this question. If Clemson would have lost the other night and the ACC would have won all 5 games, does it really mean anything? Will we still be talking about how that the ACC had improved? Nah, we wouldn't. I get why Swinney takes up for it. I mean, if you're stop being condescending and just trash talking, the ACC has been down for so many years. We started to see it. I think probably the brightest spot in the ACC this year overall was North Carolina. We saw the players opt out. They came out and played Texas A&M, who a lot of people felt like they got left out. And so you see North Carolina with the players that's opted out. Mac Brown didn't make any excuses about it, comes in, plays a very, very good game. It was a really, really good game. So that was a bright spot. But I mean, Swinney and any other coach is going to take up for their conference. I'm not a conference guy. I've said that for a very long time. I understand the arguments on both sides. My team lost the other night. They're done. They're over with. They have nothing to play for until next season. They have nothing but practice and a spring game, God willing, and all that ahead of them. So my team lost. But to answer the question, how do I feel about the ACC going 0-6? It's no big deal. I don't really think about it. It did look bad, but if Clemson had won the national championship this year, everybody would have said, well, look, the ACC went 1-5, and yeah, they won the national championship, but that's because they're so fresh, because they're playing all these horrible teams. And it's just same old story, different year.